Excited about our win last Saturday on the road, first road game. Really pleased how we handled that, and went up there a long ways from home and got a win. And all the wins we appreciate. Obviously, they're hard to get, so excited about that. Now excited to get back home this week and play here at the Vet, starting Sunbelt Conference play against a really, really good Arkansas State team. Obviously, know a lot about them. I'm sure they know a lot about us too. One of the best teams in our league in the past 6 years or so, for sure. It'd be a huge test for us. Obviously, this is a team that's coming in. It's got a lot of weapons. Blake always does a great job with his teams, and this one's no different. Defensively, I'm really impressed with their defensive front. I think they've got some really, really active guys. Their defensive coordinator is Dave Duggan. I worked with him at Southern Miss, and he does a fabulous job there. They've got some experienced guys back that have played, in the safeties as well. So we know we're going to get a test on that side of the ball for sure. Offensively, they got playmakers. They got some wideouts, some of the better wideouts in the league. Do a great job there. Really solid running back and quarterback. So I think this is a really well-rounded team. Their special team's impressive as well. Their punter's fantastic, probably one of the best in the country. And it's going to be a lot of fun. At the same time, it's a big challenge, but I think our guys are looking forward to it and looking forward to getting back here at home.
Thank you, Coach. Our first questions come from Whitney Hayworth. Whitney, please go ahead.
Good morning, Coach. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Impressive victory this past weekend at Akron, like you mentioned. What did it mean to see your team come back after the heartbreaking loss to Southern Miss and then play basically the same way that they did, powering on both sides of the ball?
Yeah, it was good to see for sure. I think we had a good week of practice, and I think that's the sign that we got the right kind of leaders on our team. They went out and prepared well, and then went out Saturday and started fast. That was one of the things we really talked about all week, getting off to a great start. We didn't do that against Southern Miss, and obviously when you play really good football teams, you don't want to dig yourself a hole, and we tried to emphasize that. And I really thought that our team handled the road trip in a tough atmosphere too. It's somewhere we've never played before. There weren't a ton of people there, so I thought we handled that pretty well and played well in all three phases, and hopefully that's going to build us some momentum as we enter conference play.
DK obviously, filling in for B.J. Smith for the foreseeable future. Who knows who else you might have, in that number one spot at running back in the future. But what did you see from him?
Yeah, he did a great job for us. Played more snaps than he's ever played, obviously, with losing B.J. And, I thought he filled in admirably. He's a guy that's really smart, means a lot to him, just a really great kid. And, he got some extended playing time, and I think it was good to see him handle that well. I thought he protected the ball pretty well. He let one get on the ground that we recovered, but pretty much he protected the ball, and he was good in protections and ran the ball well. So I think, he's got a lot to build on for sure. He just doesn't have a lot of experience, but he's going to get a lot of it now, and I think he's capable of handling it.
As you mentioned, Arkansas State has some weapons offensively, two of those being Kirk Merritt and Omar Bayless, but also at quarterback and Logan Bonner. So what have you seen specifically from those three and those two relationships?
Yeah, it seems to me like they're Logan's on the same page with those two wideouts for sure. They both are playmakers on offense, and there's nothing more important than a quarterback and the receivers kind of getting in rhythm, being on the same page, and just watching them play. It looks like they're definitely doing that. Omar Bayless, I'm very familiar with from my time at Southern Miss. He's from right down the road in Laurel and does a great job there. He had a great career there, redshirt senior now. I think he's definitely a guy we've got to know where he is all the time. Kirk Merritt is another guy that's extremely he's an explosive guy that's a playmaker for them, and they do a great job getting those two guys the ball, and seems to have a great timing and rhythm with Logan Bonner. So we definitely got a big challenge for us, and we're going to have to make sure that we know where those guys are every play.
Obviously, first conference game for you guys this year. Does this message change to the team at all, or is business as usual?
No, not really. We just try to prepare the same each week, and Obviously, the opponent's always different. We respect all our opponents, and we have a ton of respect for Arkansas State. They've been a really good team in this league for years, and obviously Blake and Dave Duggan, those coaches on that staff, they do a great job. So we've got a lot of respect for them as well, and I hope it's two good football teams that get after each other and play hard Saturday, and hopefully we'll come out on the right end of it.